Friday morning. It's actually quite warm, so we're going to go and see if we can cut some beans and fill this up with diesel. Definitely need my hair cutting and the phone needs cutting. Skeleton staff today, Ian's at the car show. The other, Morgan's got COVID. Morgan's got COVID, Andrew's got COVID, but he's feeling a lot better, so hopefully we can go and mow in tomorrow because we look like we've got some haymaking weather coming up. Me and Liv and Rob are going to go and see if we can cut beans, like I say. See if we can get half of them done, maybe at least. There's going to be a road closed next week, so we're going to try and do the stuff that we need to cart down where the road's going to be closed. So it'll make it a bit easier. I reckon they'll probably keep up with 2 trailers easily and moving the header because I'm not expecting to yield very well at all. So someone said that there's only half a tonne to the acre. 3 tonne an acre is great. 2 tonnes what you sort of need to break even. So probably going to lost on the beans this year. Seems to have lost the lens off the beacon on that tractor while it's been on a low loader coming back from the tractor pull. Just a bit of tree. Liv's just going to put an old trailer on that we borrowed off a neighbour and take back. Had some spring wheat on it last year. This is still filling with diesel. Don't scratch it. Don't scratch it, Rob. This is the clean grain elevator to the tank. It goes right up there, right to the top. Anyway, I'm changing it to this mesh at the bottom for cutting beans. Lets a bit of the weed seeds out and the little black bits that fall off the end of the bean pods. So you can get one that goes right underneath there as well, but I don't know whether the one I've got fits anymore for this model of combine. So we'll change this. It looks like this will fit. See how wet some of the conditions have been that we've been cutting it. Just got to swap the U-clamp over. Should really buy one of them. I bet they're only a couple of quid. Save messing about. Won't take long with that though. That's it. Clip it on now. It's dead easy really. It just sits on them hooks at the back. Falls round into this clamp. And then it should hold it on, hopefully. Needed 2 hands though. That should do now. Hopefully the bits of weed seed and pod bits will fall out the bottom. Got this one as well that goes underneath. I'm gonna see if that fits. I'll back it onto the flat concrete though, because it's where it's parked there is a bit wet. Anna's just washing this trailer out. It was clean when we picked it up, so I'll make sure it's clean when we take it back. Well, apart from it's full of leaves. Yeah, this is held on differently to that. That used to be little clamp things on the back of it. And then on the front, these, but this is totally different, so won't be swapping it. You could probably get a new one of them now with them in, or you could cut it out and weld that in, but yeah, I'll leave it for now. From what I can remember though, that was actually quite expensive for what it is. So, yeah, never mind. Spuds look like they're ready to dig. I think they've brought the grader up as well. We're going to cut this field of beans here now. And if they need any room, they've got a bit of field space as well, parking trailers on.
Thinking that's me doing a Mackey's run, is it?
In the shade of the trees, they're still green and growing. Still got green pods, annoyingly. I hope we don't block the sieves. The leaves can sometimes be a bit chewy. But the rest of the field where it's getting the sun is completely dead. Just waiting for a trailer, but the auger's not folded out for me to spin the little shaft. I'm going to show you how to do it. flick that round a little bit so when it goes together it meshes better. There's a massive bird up there swooping round, and that's right in the flight path of the planes. This is the patch of ground I got stuck with the fast track drilling, working it level, so we're going to have to get a drain into that. But this is the beans next to it where it's still a bit damp. They're like 3 or 4 foot tall, but then if you get over there where it's drier, they're about 18 inches tall and the weeds are nearly taking over. First field of beans cut. Lucky if they've done a ton to the acre or just over, actually. Depends on how heavy the trailer is when it gets back to the yard. Unfortunately this is probably the best field as well. I hope that big bird's gone, otherwise that plane's going to suck it up. Just pulled across into the next field of beans. Look how tall they are. Not even 2 foot. Have a look at the summer barley over the ditch. This is where we broadcast into the standing barley, and I didn't think we'd spread wide enough. You can see here it's kind of quite consistent, and then there's a bit of a gap. That could be though where the baler had been. Doesn't actually look that gappy, to be honest. This has had no fertiliser either. It's a lot more consistent than I thought. Feel like they could fill out. It's warm and wet. It's supposed to be really warm next week as well. A lot of moisture underneath it. Be interesting to see how it does. There's a fertiliser factory still shut. You not got COVID as well, have you?
No, just barley dust.
Barley dust. Wave to your mate, Sarah. Sarah Crank's house over there, give her a wave. There's Ivan there, looking like a Black Panther. Far end of the field was drilled with the drill. This was broadcast, but I'll look at that another day because I don't want to walk right up there. I want to get cutting beans. See a wet patch there that we have to drill round. We drill this with 2 different drills, so it'd be interesting to see the comparison and at 2 different times. So we'll look at the yield maps on that. But also as well, last year we cut this with that small header when we had the summer barley. So I'll try and just work out how long it took me last time and how long it's going to take this time. And obviously there's the summer barley for this year now. Or one of the fields of 2. Doesn't look a bad crop here, but it's still only yielding just over a tonne an acre. 2.69 tonnes a hectare. So still today the water just looks like a mirror, and there's only 1 turbine, maybe 2 turbines turning ever so slightly. Like you can see there where the birds took off, it's actually rippled the water. That's how still it is. Bit of mare's tail growing here, nothing really kills that. Very short here though where it's sandy along the banks. I don't know what that is. It's not a bird though, is it? It's a bit wet here, but that is actually sea level. So when the tide comes in, that gets wet there. See how it's grown now. There's not been short of moisture around it. But you can see the tyres skidding in the mud there. Name that song. See if you can name it. Who sung it? Plenty of dust coming out the back, isn't there though? Must be half dry.
No, I'm going to follow you around.
Yeah, well you can, but I want one from an iPhone as well. Right, we're going to try something now. I don't know whether it's going to work because the trailer's already got some in. The idea is just trying to do a circle around the trailer at the same time. It's emptying. So I can do it, but I can't get past there. That tractor's too long. The distance between the two isn't enough. This is the video that they've got anyway. a quality polo top you've got there, Liv. Where's it from? Oh,
Agricontract.com.
She's got the video on her phone that you've just seen. This is where we got stuck sewing it. Anyway, I'm just going across it now. It's dry. Just chopping the weeds up a little bit so that it doesn't look as scruffy when we come to drill it. You see here where it's been damp though, and the beans are a lot taller. The flies on the window coming out of the beans. Rob's showing off. It's gonna work. Very back into the sea. Spin it round so you can see the sea. Or the river. Take the header off onto the next field. This one is now done. Let's go to that back and weigh it. Do thistles in this bit here underneath the telegraph wires. This is where they've driven through to put the new poles, and to be fair, they didn't make much mess, but every time I've come up there's been a flock of pigeons on here landing and walking into the beans, and you can see where they've chomped a few of the pods off. That's another field ticked off now, 3 down, quite a few more to go. That's the one at Wellbrook that we've cut as well. So off to the next one. Looks like Rob's not had the pickup hitch clipped on and drawn forward to pull the handbrake on the header trailer. Bit of grass weeds in this field. I think there's some pigeons have come across here from the other one. Yep, and over there as well. Quite a lot, to be honest. Another reason to get it in the shed, even though it's a bit damp. Still got dust coming off this field now. We're going to leave. We're going to finish this field tonight, and we're not going to do any more because we've got the weather on our side for once. Back at the yard, Rob's just tipped out. We're putting some in the dryer and some on the drying floors. Clean it up a bit really, a bit of pod in it. I can't put too much fan on because I don't want to blow the light ones out of the sample. We've not quite cut all of them, but we've done enough for today. Dead short birthday bumper back on the Bateman that is officially 2 years old today now because it was registered on the 1st of September. Ross Newsham's on there, Graham and Tina, happy 40th wedding anniversary. Sam Reynolds is 16, Stephen Stainthorpe is 49, Colin Thompson is 47 and Jake Maskill is also 16, so they can both legally drive tractors now if they take the tractor test on the road. £44,858 raised. Yesterday's quiz question was some of the cramp order. It was a set of tyre levers. Someone actually got it right. I don't know if they zoomed in on the part number and googled it, I don't know, but yeah, this is outside the workshop. Rob thinks pretty much given up with what it could be. Have to change some things, but James is going to come tomorrow, plug his computer in, and we're going to have a bit of a look and just see if there's anything else going on with it and get that sorted. We can get it running, but we have to bleed it and jump start it, and then it'll run fine all day, but we need to know what's causing it because it's quite annoying and intermittent fault. Take this Merlot round and lock it up. They are prone for being stolen to move cash machines out of walls, so it's safer in the yard. Talking of quiz questions, dead easy one today. What's this yellow thing for on the back of the Merlot? In fact, they've all got one on them. That one's got one on over there as well. If you think you know, let me know in the comments. That is about all for today's video. again, it's probably gone on too long. I know I keep saying this, but I just feel that 10 minutes is probably about the right length of video, but today's one's got long again. But I don't know, maybe that could be a quick question. What's the ideal length of a video? Let us know. So carry on tomorrow. Andrew's feeling a lot better. He's going to go and isolate in the fence, cutting some grass, and Morgan is feeling the same. So he's going to go and isolate in the Zerion after a few days off. So hopefully we'll get a bit more done tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.